Hello everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel, Dream of Crafts. My name's Deanna and today we're going to be working on a project with products that I did a haul on from the craft outlet in Grand Rapids, Michigan. On Facebook it's called The Outlet. So if you want to look that up and see what they got going on. This probably won't benefit those of you who do not live near that area, but you probably can still get similar supplies at other places and do the same project. So I'm going to do a project with these tins that they have right now. And this tin measures, oops, am I really going right? Measures about 3 inches across, but the top part is a little smaller. So, but actual width is about 3 inches across by about 3.5 inches. So opens up. It's kind of like an Altoids tin, but only more square. And it is about 3/4 of an inch thick. So I have selected some papers from a previous purchase, earlier purchase that I made. And these are all Fab Scraps papers. And I am utilizing, show you which ones that I had picked here. So I have this one here. And that one is called Christmas Kiss. And then that's the back. I also am using this one, which is Christmas Decor. And that's the back. We're using Father Christmas. And then the back is kind of a red, fabricy looking. This one here was Working Elves. And that's the back. It's kind of like burlap. And they all have like a burlappy theme underneath. And then this one was Elves. And then the back is brick. I have pre-cut most of my pieces, but I wanted to do a cut with you guys. So if you're using, you probably won't find the same paper. That's the thing with the outlet. They don't always have the same products all the time. I know they have a ton of these, but they might not have the same paper that I selected. But it doesn't matter. You can choose any paper you want, any theme. This does not have to be a Christmas project. It can be a birthday or anniversary or just for fun. So just because I'm using this line of paper, don't think you can't do it without this line of paper. So with this in mind, you want to keep an eye out for your direction of your paper. Now I need this cut at 3 1/8 high. I'm going to get these out of my way here if I don't need them right now. So I'm going to bring this down, and I want the height 3 1/8. So I'm going to bring this down to my 3 1/8, just like that. And now for my width, I want it 3 5/8. The reason being is we're going to score a 1/2 inch on the edge. So that's one. I can get 3 out of this strip. 2. And 3 of them. There we go. So now also what I did was, you can use any ink pad. This just happens to be Distress walnut stain. These I also purchased at the outlet quite a while back, but they do have them off and on. Just keep an eye out. These are usually over by the stamping stuff. And I'm just gonna smudge up all my edges here on the back and the front, just in case there's any white showing. You do not have to do this step. This is totally up to you. I just like the way it makes it look finished, so I don't see any white edges later on. And I'm doing both sides because both sides are going to be visible for the most part. All right, so here we go. All right, cover that up, move it out of my way. Set this aside. Now I'm going to get my trimmer out of the way for a second here and bring in a scoreboard. This happens to be a score pail. This was purchased at the outlet store, and as of last week they still had a couple, but it was Black Friday week, so they may be out of it already. But this is available off and on at the outlet, like everything else. It's hit and miss, no guarantees. I need to score these on a certain size. So these ones are all pre-cut and punched. And what I did was I started with the one I wanted on top, and then this one is scored on the right hand side because I want it to pull out of the box like this. Okay, so I started with this one, and you can use all the same too. You don't have to mix them up. I'm just mixing them up. My next one, they're all cut exactly the same, but scored on the opposite side. So my top one's scored on the right. My next one is scored on the left. Scored on the right. Scored on the left. Scored on the right. Scored on the left. And I'm starting a whole nother series. There's 5 different ones as I flip through. Scored on the left. Scored on the right. Scored on the left. Okay. So now we're going to start another series. So this is 2 full sets. So let's go ahead and start another set. So because our last one was scored on the right, we're going to score on the left at a 1/2 inch. Okay. I'm going to fold that and burnish it. Okay. Then we can punch it. So we're going to punch all 4 corners. It's just a corner rounder. They have different ones of these at the outlet different times. So it doesn't matter what brand. It's just a corner rounder. So we're going to set that in our stack. Just like that. Our next one we need is the same. So now that has to be scored on the right. So I'm going to go up to 3 1/8 and score it. If you don't want to do it that way, you can turn it this way, like this, and score it a 1/2 inch. But you're going to be scoring either a 1/2 inch or 3 1/8 inch. Okay. So again, let's go ahead and do our punch. And you don't have to punch it. You can leave it square. I just want a little extra kind of decorative element there. Our next one is, let's see what we got here. Santa. Then we got the decorations here, and that gets scored on the left. Burnish and punch. This actually comes together pretty quickly, and it's not that hard. You can use glue or tape, whatever your preference is. All right, so that's our next one. And then after that, we have the elves. And they are going to get scored on the right. So it's just every other one's left, right, left, right. Okay. Punch if you want. I have also pulled some other decorative items that I purchased at different times at the outlet. I quite often, I kind of go in streaks. This is our last one, and it's going to be scored at a 1/2 inch on the left-hand side, where I'm there a lot, and then I kind of take a break, depending on what's going on. And then we're going to punch it. Oops. I'm sorry if I'm out of view here. I did a video last night, so I've got to bring my camera out here a second for you. All right. Let me do that. Let me zoom back out. There we go. Okay. It's our last one, and it's going to go on the left. All right. So I'm going to do kind of a test fit in the box to make sure I've got a good thickness there. I think that's about right. because once you start adding some things to it, it's going to get a little bit thicker. So that's our base. We can go ahead and get rid of the scoreboard at this time. All right. So I have pre-cut, and this is just red cardstock that I also picked up at the outlet. And I have 2 pieces cut of red. 2 are 3 1/4 inches by 3 1/4 inches. These are for the top and the bottom of, is it the inside? No, here, top and bottom. Oop, oop. All right. So this one is my top piece. Okay. So we're going to put that just like that. I'm going to use my art glitter glue. You can use, not all glues will stick to metal. So, and they do have this in the outlet on occasion. It's not high frequency with this one, but E6000s will work. I'm not sure if Elaine's Tacky Glue or any of those will work, but, and I wrote measurements on there, but it's really not going to matter because it's going to get covered. I have pre-wiped this down with just rubbing alcohol and a paper towel just to clear off any fingerprints that might be on it. Now it's probably going to take a little longer to dry. It is metal, but we're just going to gently make sure we get this adhered down here. This tool here is just an old slice scraper that I have, and I like using it to press things down. They sell scrapers at the dollar store too, or they might sell some at the outlet. So we're going to go with this one. This one's already been smudged. The top piece is cut at 3 1/8 by 3 1/8 because I want a little bit of edge showing. So there we go. I'm going to center that on there. Just like that. Just get a little edge showing. Slide it. You can use your score tape on between these if you want. I don't think score tape will hold to the metal for long term. So that is why I didn't use score tape there. Short term, yes, but long term, I don't think so. Okay, so now the bottom part, we're going to do the same thing. My red's cardstock, good amount of glue there. Slide that on. There we go. Perfect. And again, I'll do this. This doesn't look like it was smudged. Let's go ahead and do that. And you can use any color you want. You do not have to use a brown. You can use whatever color you want, whatever method you are used to. I'm never going to claim that my methods are the best and only way. If you have a better way, then you are free to use that. All right, here we go. Again, we're going to center that and place it down. Perfect. These would make cute little gifts for friends or neighbors or teachers, if you've got teachers to give for. No, I have cut a piece of ribbon, and they have ribbon at the outlet too. I didn't want anything huge, so this is just like an 1/8 inch satin ribbon, and I did use my lighter to burn the ends because I didn't want it framed. I have pre-put a piece of score tape on the inside of my lid here, And I'm going to take my ribbon and I'm going to put one side, and I've got plenty because I wanted it extra long to be down in there. And we're going to make a loop and make sure our direction is facing the right way. I don't need a ton sticking out. I just want enough sticking out to use as kind of a pull to help open. I'm going to move that closer together here. There we go. As a pull to help open the lid. There we go. So as you can see, here you can see the tape. Now I'm going to lay on my glue. This is the inside piece, and it is 3 3/8 by 3 3/8. And it's going to fit just about perfect in there. Okay. I'm going to add my glue to the back. Good amount. Art glitter glue is really good at sticking to most things. The fault of it is not freeze stable, so they cannot ship it in the winter. So let's go ahead and slide that in there. As you can see, this will just barely stick out there. I'm not going to do a lot of pulling on it because I don't want it to, as I see a little extra glue in there, I'm going to just take a piece of paper towel, go in there and kind of clean that edge up a little bit. It dries clear, so I'm not worried about that. All right. And that tape is going to help hold that there while that glue dries. Okay, perfect. I'm going to use this one on the inside cover there. And that is 3 1/8 by 3 1/8. There we go. Whoops, got glue on my fingers. This ends up just being a cute, cute little gift. And I think they've got these right now for, I want to say like 25 cents. We're going to kind of center that there. I think that's what they were the other day when I was there. They change their prices all the time. So if it's not 25 cents, then they've changed their price. But I'm pretty sure that's what it was the other day. And she told me a couple weeks ago that they have a lot of them. So that is a pretty good deal. All right. The store is fun to go into because they do always have different things. You might go in and find the same thing, but your chances are slim with that, unless they get a lot of them in. All right. So then when this closes, this little ribbon will stick out. I don't want to close it right now because I don't want to put it under stress. And also pay attention to your front, that your pictures are facing the correct direction. And the last one I made, I decorated the outside. I'm not sure if I'll do that today, but we'll see. Maybe I will. So we have another piece cut 3 1/4 by 3 1/4, and the top part is 3 1/8 by 3 1/8, and that's going to be in our bottom. But we're not going to do that yet. We are going to start putting together our little flips here. I'm going to use art glitter glue. You may use tape for this if you like. If you want to use your score tape or other double-sided tape that you purchase, you can. So I'm going to start with this one, and I'm going to put my glue right along this edge. And we are going to line these two up. And I'm going to press that down on my right-hand side. Okay. Put that together, make sure it's good. Okay, so that's what we have. Whoops, see, it's crooked. It shifted on me. Let me see if we can get that off. That's the nice thing about glue. If you get it right away, you can avoid that. Okay, let me try again. All right. Let's try again. All right, pull that little piece off right there. Now this paper is not real heavy. It's not cardstock light, or I mean, it's not like scrapbooking paper light, but it is not cardstock heavy. It's kind of a mid-weight, I guess. Let me open this to make sure. There, that's better. And if it is a little bit longer on there, we can trim it. Sometimes the punch doesn't get in as far. There we go. Problem solved. Yep, there we go. All right, so our next one is on the left-hand side. So we're going to take the next one, the stack, and we're going to glue it to the left-hand side. And it's going to go that way, all the way down. Left, right, left, right, left, right. Okay. We're just going to make sure our little edge is lined up there. Perfect. Next one, right-hand side. And what this does is allows it to flip freely so that it's easy to open these up and put it down than it is to try to go through all those layers and keep it straight. So that's why I kind of open it up. I'm watching my edges there, make sure I'm not getting off. There we go. And it makes it so it opens up like this. If you start putting them inside of each other, they have to get shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter in order to do that. Otherwise, there will never be enough room for them to do the job they need to do. So that's why we do it this way. And this way, I'll show you when we're done. You can open, this one's going to go on the left side. And always keep an eye on your edge to make sure you're staying in line. All right. So that's our first 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So just like that. Okay. This one I almost should have. Maybe I'll remember the next one to put that on the top. So I don't hide his little face. There we go. All right. So now we're going to start all over again. We're going to start with our right side here. And like I said, I think we got 3 full sets here. So it should make a nice little pull out. These can be used for pictures, smaller pictures. And if you've ever taken a picture, you know most pictures, there's usually room to cut down, or you can even have smaller pictures printed now. So that works out good too. All right. The next one is going to be on the left. Just trying to see what I would like. Yeah, I think I'm going to do this on the back side here. Let me see what happens here. Instead of putting it on the front side, let me see. Just kind of curious. Line it up. Okay. Let me see. Oh, yeah, that works. That way I'm not disturbing that front picture there. Okay. All right. The next one is there. We'll do again. And that's what, you don't have to have double-sided paper. If your paper that you choose is white on the back, it don't matter. You can use that as a journaling opportunity, or you can stamp on it. I probably wouldn't add another sheet of paper to it because it would get a little thick. So I probably wouldn't add another sheet of paper to it. Let me see here. Like that. Here's this one again. Is that the right order? No, that's not supposed to be there. Let's see. It's supposed to be that, the Santas, the decorations, then the elf. Am I missing an elf? I guess it really doesn't matter. I guess it really doesn't matter. Let me double check here. Make sure I have another full set. These things happen when you're doing projects. Okay, so that's a full set. So I am missing, I'm missing an elf. So let's go ahead and grab one. I've got them cut, I think. Maybe I don't. I do. He's right here. He just didn't get trimmed. There we go. I think that was what I was going to do with you, and then realized I probably should cut a whole sheet. There we go. So here we go. So let's put our glue down. And if you want to keep doing it the other way, you can. If you don't want to get confused by putting it on the inside the flap, doesn't really matter. As long as it gets connected, doesn't really matter. There we go. Just want to be a little careful that you still can bend it. Don't want to be too close to that score line there. I think we're good. I think I need to be just a little bit closer. There we go. Be up to the score line, but not past it. There we go. All right. And then it helps to go through and put them down again a little bit, just so they stay lined up with each other. Okay, so that's that one. Now we have, yeah, what did I do? Yes, here. That was scored on the wrong side. That's why I didn't use that one. Okay. Okay, so let's go this way. So that one was scored on the wrong side. That is why it was sitting there. So I need one scored. Yeah, that one was scored on the wrong side. So let's go ahead and score it. That's the thing about crafting. Sometimes you'll run into little glitches and you just gotta think it through. And it happens just like in crafting. It happens while you're doing videos too. So, which sometimes is even worse because then you're under pressure to solve the problem even faster. There we go. Problem solved. Okay. And the key thing is just don't panic. If it upsets you that it's not working the way you want it to, then set it aside. I have set a project aside one time for like 2 months just because I was just so frustrated with it and didn't know what to do. So I just waited until my head was well cleared, and then I pulled it back out and started again. Okay. So there. Okie dokie. So, no, don't throw the, we used to throw the baby out with the bathwater. Just set it aside until you can go back to it with a clear mind. Go have a cup of tea or a cup of coffee or a glass of soda or a glass of wine, whatever you like, until you can figure out what to do. Sometimes when we get frustrated, it's so easy just to say, forget it, I'm not doing it, and just throw the whole thing out. But supplies, even if we get them at a good deal, it still costs money, and you know, you got to keep those things into consideration. So, all right, here we go. That one there. So, and I did, once I went back to it, I had figured it out and was able to finish the project, and it worked out good. All right, let's see here. Let me add this last one on here. Okay. Perfect. Here we go. All right. Get that lined up there, just like that. Like I said, I go to the store. It's weird. Recently, I've been going a lot. Other times, it's like I get busy and I can't seem to get there at all. So, all right. So we're at the end there. If we put that in there, it stacks up nice. But we don't want it up to the top necessarily, because remember, if you add pictures and other things to this, it's going to start to get full. So let's go ahead and take a look at what other embellishments that we can put on this. So like I said, you can open this one at a time if you want, like so. Whoops, glue together a little bit. And see, it's like a little booklet. Or you can, which it's designed to do, is pull up out of that. Keep pulling, keep pulling, keep pulling, keep pulling. We gotta be careful not to glue those together, so that it is really, 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 really long. Okay. And then it also can do pictures on the back. So you have both front and back. Okay. So let's go ahead and see if we can add some other cute little embellishments, and then we'll glue it in. All right. I have these sticker sheets, which I had purchased at the outlet quite a while back. And they're not the same brand, but it doesn't matter. The colors are good together. So I thought we'd use that. Now, see, some of these are our plainer pages, and I thought it would be nice to maybe use some of these. If you have other stickers, they always have some type of sticker at that store. All sticker sheets, sticker, just they always have them. All right, so I'm going to kind of try to line that up, center it a little bit. Just like that. Very perfect, but you got room here. Now, if you prefer to journal on just white, you could add a little white tag in here if you want, or include a white gel pen or something like that with that, so that they can make journal notes on there. So we got that. Let's go on this side. Let's see. How about let's do some warm wishes, and we'll do this one at the bottom here. And I'm not pressing right away until I kind of see if it's centered. Hard when the object is small and your fingers are big. That looks about right. Doesn't have to be perfect. You know, this is a homemade item. And okay, how about this one? Let's do this 'Tis the Season sticker, and we'll put that. I'm going to round it because that's just fun to do. Let me see. I want that. Maybe I can get it in there to round. Hopefully it won't stick in my, there we go. Round it off so it matches that corner there, right? Perfect. And let's see, love this. This paper is just so cute, and that's why I bought it. Let's see, how about, let's go with Dreaming of a White Christmas. Why don't we put that one up in this corner here? It'll stand out. That's cute. Then we've got a nice green here. Oh, look at this. I like this reindeer. It says Merry and Bright. So let's go ahead and put that down in this corner here. There we go. Just kind of move them around a little bit. What else we got? How about this little one that says 25 for the December 25th? And we'll put that right up in this corner here. Just like that. And then we have one last one that's kind of plain here. So let's do, how about we do Remember? Okay. And we'll put that down here. All right. Let's close that up. And then we'll go this way. Okay. I like this Magic. That is cute. And then we have this. Let's see here. How about Nice or Naughty? How about that? And I think we're going to go here. No, let's do an upper one because then it won't interfere with, because it's got a spot on there where you can put the date. And so I'm going to put that up in this corner here. See, the colors match real nice. And then we're going to go to this green one. How about this cute banner here? Actually, we could probably do, let's do a couple banners, shall we? We've got them here. Why don't we do a line of banners? And then they'll still have room to journal. There we go. Like a banner going across the top there. Perfect. If you don't want to do stickers, you don't have to. It's not something that says you have to do it. Put this cute candy cane on this one, and let's put that down here like that. It's all in what you want to do and how much you want to do. There's no rules. No rules for this at all. Let's do the best day of the year. And we'll put that at the top here. Just like that. Perfect. And then we have a little red one here. Where's my thing? It feels a little bumpy there. There we go. There we go. How about let's get something from this one. How about ho ho ho? Nope, we'll save that one. Nope, we can do that one. Let's do ho ho ho. It's kind of cute there. And then how about countdown? And we'll put that one up here like so. Perfect. All right, so that takes care of the stickers on the inside. Okay. Perfect. So let's set those aside, get those out of our way. I also, for the last couple of weeks, they've had these gems, and they had them all in a great big bin. I was buying some earlier. They had them in the corner. And, but then the last couple of weeks, they've had them in a big bin for free. So I've grabbed some extras. And you don't have to, with something like this, you don't have to use the word. You can just use the gems on their own. So don't think that just because you don't need the word curious that you can't use the gems, because you can. So let's go ahead and I think we can attach a couple here and there. So I'm going to, I don't want to put them where I think they might want a picture. So everyone doesn't need one. So let's go ahead and put a dot of glue here. We don't want to get it too thick or scratch the pictures. Maybe we'll use it on the outside. That's what we'll do. We'll use it on decorate the outside instead of where they might want to put pictures, just to keep that nice and flat. So we can go ahead and attach this now. All right, so I am going to add my glue to this flap here, just like so. Perfect. And I'm going to pull this out so I might be able to get to it pretty good. All right, so it's going to go right in this corner here on the left hand side for me, and depending on where you start, that's what's going to depend on where yours is. Okay, so I'm going to kind of center it, and you can see in there too, try to center. There's not a lot of room on each side, but there is some room on each side. I'm just going to press that. Press, 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 press. Okay. And then I'm going to reach in here and I'm going to gently get this side here. This is where it's going to open. And I'm going to pull that up out of my way gently, because I don't want to disconnect that. Okay. Just like that. Okay. See that? Okay, so now we're going to take our bottom piece, which remember was 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. You do not have to have an extra piece of cardstock in there if you don't want to. It's just a decorative element that I wanted to add, and it didn't cost me that much more in materials, and it dresses it up nicely. But you don't have to have all that if you don't want to. If you want to just do the decorative cardstock, that is fine. All right, so let me get this kind of down there. But if you want to, it was cut at 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. Okay. Perfect. And I see a little glue squeezing out there, which is fine. We'll get it. All right. So then our top piece is this one, and it's cut 3 1/8 by 3 1/8. So I'm just going to glue that down there. Now, the bottom one is a little harder to see, but they can move the box to see the picture, you know, or to do whatever they need to do. The box can be laid in a different direction. All right. So let's go ahead and put that in there and center it. Make sure I'm centered pretty good. Looks good. All right. So now all that just has to kind of dry up a little bit. Perfect. Let me cover my glue a second. I'm going to slide this back all in there. Now what I want to do is put another piece of ribbon on this piece here. So when we close this, the ribbon will hang out on this side, so they have something to make it easier to pull it. So when it's tucked down in there, they don't have to try to dig and pull on it too hard. Okay? So I've got more of the same ribbon there, and I am just going to cut a small piece. It doesn't need to be huge. I want some good sharp scissors here, not my paper scissors. And this piece is, let me tell you, just so you have a rough idea, you can make it as long as you want. This piece is 5 inches. This one I am not going to well, I guess I can put sticky tape down, but I am going to burn my edges so it never frays. If it starts fraying underneath there, so we'll put a small piece of tape there, and what we'll do is we'll just add, maybe I can get this up there. Okay, I can still peel this up. I think. I don't want to damage my paper. Yep, and so I'm gonna leave that there, but we'll add another sticker there, I think. Some kind. Let's see what we can add. I think we can add another sticker there. Like Dear Santa, maybe. Yeah. Maybe that's what we'll add. Maybe just Dear Santa. There's a piece of paper caught under there. Okay, I'm just going to trim it down just a little bit so it's not so long. Here we go. So just a tiny piece of score tape. Doesn't need to be very long. I don't want it sticking out above the other thing. It's just going to hold it until our glue dries. So right about in the center there is where we want it, just like that. I don't know if that's centered or not, but it should hold it. Put a dab of glue down there too. And we're going to that wasn't, my tape is not centered. So I'm going to cut another little tiny piece of tape to add to that. I want enough tape for it. We don't want it sticking out. There we go. Perfect. All right, so right here, and then make sure your tape is facing the right way. That's plenty long. I'm going to cut that down, I think, a bit, because I don't really need it that long. All right, so see how my tape is sticking there, just like that. I'm gonna that's paper scissors for you. It won't cut the ribbon. There we go. All right. So all in all, let me see if I can get a measurement on this for you so you know easier. 2 inches. Okay. Would be plenty if you don't want to cut your ribbon down after that. And I'm going to put our glitter glue on the sticker. We're going to line that up right like that. And that will help hold that in place. And once it's dry, it should be perfect. So now this will stick out of the can just like that. Okay. I don't want to put pressure on it right now. So maybe I'll just set it inside until it dries a little bit. But this is our other tab, and if you hold on to that, see, that helps open that up nice and easy. Perfect. Let's see. I like this sticker, Santa Claus is Coming to Town. So let's go ahead. And I want to trim it down just a little bit because I don't want the corners meeting there. I think I'm just going to give it a little smudge with the brown there. There we go. And then we can line that right up along the bottom there. Just like that. So, perfect. All right. Now, with these, I just pull them off of the sticky thing because I'm going to glue them down anyway. But if you want, you can take a blade and just slice them. Hold it down with your finger and slice it, and they'll still have that sticky part on there. And I just found that over the years that the glues sometimes stop working. So let's go ahead and just put a few little globs of glue. But if you don't want to pull them off of there, you can just, like I said, just use your X-Acto blade and just, there we go. and just snip them off there. We're just going to put a little bit of little dots of glue here and there, and we'll put a few down and then see where we're at. So I've got my tweezers here. I'm just going to pick them up, and probably going to use this to kind of hold them down. There we go. Like I said, art glitter glue dries clear, so I'm not worried about that. Not worried about that showing. This is just to show you that you don't have to have straight lines of these gems to use. Whoops. There we go. Come here. A little too tight. There we go. You know, and you can't beat free, so let's go ahead and add another one over here, and maybe let's go ahead and put 3 over on this side. Okay, actually we can do a couple more here. Odd numbers are appealing to the eye, so your 3s, your 5s, all that kind of stuff. It's, for some reason, it's appealing to the eye. Okay. There we go. I think once we get these all on, I don't think we have to do a whole lot more to this book, because it's pretty much done. Now, like I said, you can decorate however you want, as much or as little. So you can see that these are picking up. Let me cut these apart here. There we go. Wants to pick up and move on me, and I don't want it to. And if something's not clear, you have any questions, feel free to ask me. I'll answer them to the best of my ability. And like I said, if you are not in the Grand Rapids area where you have access to this little outlet store, you know, you can still find similar supplies. All right, so I'm going to leave that like that. And I don't think I'm going to, if I was going to decorate the outside, I would just take little strips. So like I have these little strips here, I would just take that and cut them down and put it on. But I don't think it needs it. It's my first one I did do the outside, but it's kind of hard, and you wouldn't do the bottom because it would interfere with closing. So I think it looks fine just as it is. If you wanted to take a strip of gems and go along there, you could, but I think I'm going to leave it just like it is. So there's our little first project from our haul at the outlet. Goes like that. And then we grab our little tab here, and we can open this all the way up to there. And let me tell you how long this is. Let me see here. My ruler is 1832. I want to say 39 inches is a guesstimate about how long this is when it's all stretched out and you've got both sides. So you've got plenty of room for little photos, for journaling. And like I said, don't feel you have to do Christmas, but won't that make an adorable? Got shiny. And there's our back. So I hope you will keep an eye out for more videos. I plan on doing more hauls and what I did with them from Craft Outlet. So again, my name's Deanna. My YouTube channel is Dream of Crafts. Until the next time, have a great day. Bye.